Today on Focal Point, we are going to discuss the library at the Community College of Philadelphia with Professor Jacqueline Bryant. Stay with us. Hi, welcome to Focal Point on CCP TV, the Emmy-nominated educational channel of Community College of Philadelphia. I'm Darlene Montz, a student in the Communication Arts curriculum. I am here with Professor Jacqueline Bryant, the Access Services Librarian here at the college. Welcome, Professor Bryant.
Thank you, Darlene.
So, Professor Bryant, what services do the library provide?
Okay, well, the library has two main service desks. The first one is the circulation desk that you see when you enter the library on the left-hand side, and that's also the area where I work. At the circulation desk, students can check out books, they can borrow reserved books, they can get study room keys, they can get headphones, and they can also pick up interlibrary loan books. And Access Services actually includes circulation, interlibrary loan, and reserves. We also have the information desk, and that's where students go to get research assistance. So we have drop-in sessions where students can come at the appointed time for one-on-one assistance, and then we have a point of service where students can just come in, ask a question, they need help with their paper, and we'll help them right then and there. And then we also help students locate books and things that they need in our collection.
If a student is not able to purchase a book for class, can they come to the library and hopefully that book is there?
A lot of times instructors will give us books, and that's in fact what our reserve collection is made of, books that instructors have given us for the use of their students. So we have books, articles, CDs from the music department. So we have a variety of things that instructors have given us for their students' use.
Do you find that the student population uses the library extensively?
Oh yeah, definitely. We're a popular destination for a lot of our students, and we have a lot of students that are our regulars, and we actually get to know those students, and we can follow their progress through their programs, and we're always very proud of them when they graduate or come share their accomplishments with us.
Are students able to source out materials through the library that the library may not have for them at that moment?
Yes, we have a service called Interlibrary Loan, and the students can fill out, well, they can create an account on our website, and at the end of that process, they will have created a username and password, and then they can log into the system and request articles or books that are not owned by the library.
How relevant do you think the library is in the age of limitless information?
Well, I actually think the library and librarians are more relevant than ever, you know, particularly now that we are in this time of alternative facts and fake news. Yes. But our job has always been to help students vet information. So we've always taught students how to evaluate information. And the other thing is not everyone comes with the same set of skills. And so because most of the information is internet-based or web-based, we have students that, you know, really need our assistance just to get to that material. Okay. So I think we're more important than ever.
Are there any type of special activities, such as authors coming, or any type of special activities that you want to share with us?
Sure. In the past, we have had a CCP author book event. So we had 3 CCP, and it may have been more, I can't remember, but we had at least 3 CCP authors come in, and I believe we called it Take 5, and they got 5 minutes to read a story or recite a poem. So for example, we had Gil Gonzalez read a short story, Dr. Michelle Myers read a poem, and Daravan Yee read from his book. We had also a guest a couple of years ago during Native American History Month, and I believe that was in November. And a young lady named Stephanie came to us, and she is a Native American, and she shared with us her experiences of being a Native American in Philadelphia, and she's working on her doctorate. She may have completed it by now, and that was very well attended.
Lastly, what steps could a student take if they wanted to find out more about the library?
They can always come in and talk to any of us, you know, anyone that works there. And all of our information about the library is on our website, library.ccp.edu. If they're on campus, they can use that URL. They can go directly to our website. All the information about our collections and everything that they might want to know is there. If they are off campus, they can log into MyCCP. They can click on the student link, and under important links, they will see a link to the library.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for being with us, Professor Bryant.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's very exciting.
Yes, and thank you for sharing the information about the library with us.
You're welcome.
Now watch this.
My major is accounting. I actually graduated from Temple. So I'm just at CCP getting 150 credits now for my certification.
I do not have a major. This is the only class I'm taking at the moment. I work full-time and I'm looking to major in photography.
Well, I'm taking up photography, but I'm retired.
I majored in photography at Community College of Philadelphia.
I have been doing photography for, how old am I? About 7 years now. So I started taking concert photography photos at the venue I used to work at back in Connecticut, and I just really wanted to get into film and like learn how to process and develop my own film, so I signed up.
I've been doing it for 4 years. My friend actually was taking this class at another university, and I did his assignments for him and, you know, fell in love with it.
I say for about 20 plus years.
Since approximately 1967 when I was in Vietnam.
What can you tell me about the Photo 101 basic class?
It's really interesting. It's also very hard. It's like a whole different process knowing how to actually develop film and then like go from taking the photos with the film camera, processing it and developing it. Like, you don't actually know how much work goes into it. And it's crazy to see what machines do these days that people used to do back then, so.
It's interesting. The dark room, obviously. It's fun. It's, I really like it. Yeah.
It's challenging, but it's fun, you know. It's challenging, but it's fun, and it's something I've always wanted to do, to get my hands in developing my photos, so I got a chance, and I like it.
It's taught me how to properly use my film camera instead of pretending I know how to change the aperture settings on it. The one I particularly have, I have to not only like change it on like the 1 meter, but I also have to change it on the lens itself. So it's really showed me how to like know how to use it and like learn to apply different techniques to get a better photo of like what I want versus like taking a shot in digital and then kind of just like tweaking it with all the settings and like seeing instantaneously. It's cool to like know like what the image is going to look like once you've taken it, even though you can't see it right away.
Well, shooting with 35 millimeters is a little more harder because you have to really focus your eye. Whereas with digital, the camera does most of the work for you.
Crazy how much you can do with film and like spot treat things and use like burning like to get different light exposures, and how just by changing a filter you can increase contrast, where like it's like in person and human Photoshop. So I think that's really awesome, like from a person who has used Photoshop before to now learning how to do it by hand. It's amazing like where technology has come, but also like the talent that people had back then when they did everything by hand.
Tony. Tony has credentials. I respect his opinion. The assignments are great. That's really it.
With the assignments, I constantly have them reshoot. Is basically what I do is they'll come back to go out. I actually ask them to go out and look at the photographs first, kind of pre-visualize, as whatchamacallit, Eva Rubinstein would say. She was a famous photographer. they would pre-visualize photographs and then go out and shoot.
So I tend to over-focus on assignments and try to think, oh, what's abstract and what's a good quality of light shot. And I found out that if I just try to fill a roll of film to just fill it, I end up getting better shots because I'm not as pressured to think about what I'm taking or what my images are going to come out looking like. So it taught me a lot to be more just creative and just kind of go with the flow and just take things of what I think might come out good and just hope for the best.
Hands-on. The hands-on prospect of it. I like to have my hands on the film,
I probably will continue. I mean, I used to do a lot of color photography, with film, and then just get it developed a CVS, but now I'm gonna have a lot more appreciation to the art and making sure I'm taking good pictures and really know how to read light meters and make sure I'm focusing well and getting your eyes focused when you're taking pictures of someone and not just the overall image. So it'll get me more in tune to the details of what I'm actually shooting.
Not likely, but I will say I have the hands-on experience of I can do it. I do have the confidence now that I will try it maybe later on.
Was always a believer in film. Now I'm not. It's at digital. Well, digital has a lot of advantages. Unfortunately, it's taking away a lot of jobs. A lot of the kids can't work in labs and studios now. People are not hiring, but actually having people using cell phone cameras to take pictures. But, I would like to see digital is a lot safer, convenient, inexpensive, has many advantages.
I don't know. I mean, I love the way black and white photography comes out. I think there's something classic about it, and it just makes images really shows the contrast in what you're shooting better than color does, but it's easier to find color film at a corner store than it is for black and white roll of film, so until I get an Amazon Prime account, I don't know about that.
Well, I've always shot in black and white, even with digital. But this film is a little more challenging because I say you have to really learn how to focus your camera.
Once they get to digital, they realize the convenience of it. Black and white photography film is a lot different than color, though. But most of the kids today are with color photography, and digital is where it's at for them.
Now, wasn't that interesting?
One of the things that I do in the computer lab is help students with the computer-related work. If they needed help, I help them. I also have another job that is either monitor or helping students do their work.
At the computer lab, we greet students when they come in.
What I do in the computer lab that benefits students are I help them with printing, scanning, which is there is stuff that professor asks, and the work we provide an easy environment easy environment to study and to do their classwork.
What we do in the computer lab benefits students because it helps them get things done.
The main purpose of the computer lab is to assess students with the computer work. For example, if they are one example is that if they don't have a computer at home, they can easily access a computer and have internet access. For example, Wi-Fi and Wi-Fi. Most of the students they don't have a workspace, so we provide the workspace that will benefit in their schoolwork, and also so they can do work well and their academic study.
I believe the main purpose of the computer lab is to give students the opportunity to get things done when they can at home, or maybe they just want a quiet place to study.
thing that I like most of the computer lab is to see students working and doing well in their academics, providing help to them when they really need it.
I think the most I enjoy about working in the computer lab is interacting with the students and engaging with them.
One of the things that I will change are the computer. There's some of them are really old, and I would like to students have access to better technology and make their workflow better.
We should be open till at least 10 o'clock because some students need that extra hour.
Interesting. Well, that's it for today. I want to thank my guest, Professor Jacqueline Bryant, and you, our viewers, for tuning in. You have been watching Focal Point, the Community College of Philadelphia magazine show on CCP-TV, the Emmy-nominated educational channel of Community College of Philadelphia. All segments for Focal Point are produced by the students in the digital video production curriculum. I'm Darlene Montz, a student in the Communication Arts curriculum here at CCP. See you next time.